This project will transform the lives of the people who live there currently and the new people who come to live in the new block. We're very proud that we've been working with residents to develop the scheme, to create a scheme that hopefully will be iconic for decades to come. Canon Green Court is 108 apartments that were built in the 1960s. Pretty iconic, but I don't think necessarily for the right reasons. They're a relatively poor quality at the moment, and our ambition is to improve them to modern standards. Well, we're going to start on site hopefully in this financial year, and there'll be quite an intensive period of work on the existing block, and then we hope to start on site next year on the new development of 108 apartments. It's usually appeared in gritty dramas where they sort of needed a deprived backdrop, and that's to do with, it's really not had a lot of investment over the last 40 years. I mean, if you look around Salford, particularly near Canon Green, you'll see lots of tower cranes, and you might be led to believe that, that the housing situation is really positive. I think there's about 7,000 people just in Salford who are currently in housing need. They're a very mixed community. There are people who have lived there all their lives. I hear a story of one lady who was born in the living room in Canon Green Court, and she still lives there. But there are other people who are relatively new to the area. There are people who rent, there are people who have bought their property through the right to buy scheme, and they're currently leaseholders. So there's a whole mix of people who live in the scheme, and we expect the diversity of the community to expand even further. And so we've got a really active group of residents, I think it's 50 or 60, who meet every month and help us shape the development for the future. Well, I understand that the 108 new apartments are the single biggest new affordable development in this part of Salford in a generation. So, it's over £20 million worth of investment in the existing blocks and also in the new blocks. And the changes that will make to people's lives will be transformational. I hope they look back in another 30 or 40 years, and it's the backdrop of really modern, forward-thinking TV programmes, and it reflects a modern Salford, a place which is booming, where people want to live and where they can live in an affordable way in a really high quality living accommodation. For us, Willmott Dixon were the right partner because of the collaborative approach to design. We wanted to work with somebody who we could evolve the project over time with, who we could share in a vision, and who we felt would work with our residents in a way that we would work with them ourselves, and ultimately an organisation who, when the scheme was finished, would feel the same sense of pride in it that we felt.